Kids screaming, so sorry for that. Right, here we go. Okay, so what is happening this week is a very special energy, and it's a special time for us as mothers because we are the keepers of the flame in our homes. We're the keepers of relationship. We're the ones usually tending to a lot of the emotional well-being in our homes. And that starts from within us. That is really, we are the well that everyone is tapping into all the time. And sometimes we've found it hard, I think, as women to really give ourselves permission to indulge in what we need and ask for what we need without the guilt. So Becky had the brilliant idea, co-founder at the Eden Room, to just put some time together, whether or not you're a mother, but just in honor of Mother's Day, and perhaps in some of the ways that we've been unmothered or we haven't really mothered ourselves, to give ourselves this gift of some time today to settle into our grounded sort of inner power, our intuition, our sixth sense, and the kind of natural gifts that we've been given as women that sometimes have been a little bit marginalized, or maybe we've even been afraid of our power. Maybe we don't know quite how to tap into our power. There was a big movement for women's liberation and expansion, but a lot of it was sort of like trying to do things like men. And women are still finding what our true power looks like, our power to receive, our power to attract, our power to create. We create life, and everyone on this planet came through a woman, came through a womb. And so we have this sort of wonder with this new moon in Pisces. It's a lot of things. It's pretty emotional. It's a lot of letting go. It's the final week of the astrological year. So it's really a culmination of a cycle that began last year. And we all know how crazy last March was in 2020. And we all know what a difficult year 2020 has been. And this is really an opportunity to release that year, to take whatever blessings and lessons we want to receive from it, but also to let go of a lot of the past. You know, we are not who we were a year ago. We are not even who we were a day ago. And we get to renew ourselves. We get to be renewed. We don't have to stay in our old patterns, in our old stories. Okay, Pisces new moon is about dreamers gonna dream. What's in your heart? What do you really wish for? What do you delight in? What would you like to create in your family, in your home, in your business? You know, in your body and in your mind, thinking beautiful thoughts about yourself, having a new level of self-partnering and self-mothering and self-parenting where you really care for and show up for yourself, and looking at what beliefs you might need to let go to allow that to be true. Like if you've had a belief that you can't lose weight, or you don't have time to exercise, or you don't have time for self-care, or you can't afford it, all of those beliefs, we can really examine them at the moment and say, do I want to take that forward? Is it serving me, or do I need to let that go? And so this opportunity this week is to start with us today, really allowing yourself, with our experts in the Eden Room, taking you through meditation and a circle and movements and beautiful yoga from our incredible practitioners, Emily and Juliet. This begins this week-long psychic series where we start moving into our parasympathetic nervous system. We get the well-being and the balance. And then this week, we're going to go deeper and deeper and deeper into your own intuitive gifts. Whether or not you think you're psychic, whether or not you even think you're intuitive, I promise you, you are, because it's a natural part of our lives. We just often haven't been shown it. We've kind of taken it for granted. And just like any muscle, maybe we haven't exercised it and it's gotten a little bit flabby and out of shape. So this week is your psychic workout. It's your intuitive workout. If you don't like the word psychic, just think of it as instinct or intuition. And the gift of using your intuition in every area of your life is it makes everything more simple, everything easier, everything quicker. Your intuition is like the top of the jigsaw box. You know, sometimes in your everyday life, you cannot see the wood from the trees and all the little pieces that you're playing with. Like your conscious mind just sees all the little pieces and is trying to figure out the puzzle. But your intuition knows the big picture. Your intuition knows what's on the lid of the box, and it always has. And so as you live into more and more of the alignment and the destiny that is meant for you in this lifetime, your purpose and your path and all of your power and all of the abundance that's meant for you, as you're living into that like dream in your mind, that highest, and connecting more and more with your higher self through these practices, through the release of fear, through the release of stress, through tapping in and tuning in, you get to start manifesting and realizing what's on the lid of the jigsaw puzzle. You get to start experiencing being in tune with the universe, and you'll see, if you go through this week with us this week, you'll start to see these synchronicities happening in your life. You'll start to feel like, God, that's so weird, that thing and this thing suddenly that came about, or I sort of knew about this, or gosh, this is something in myself that I've probably wanted for a long time but I've never admitted. All these different things will start to magically unfold, and you'll get yourself in the flow, right? What's known as the flow, that peak state where artists and athletes and your peak performance comes through. Whether or not that is in business or at home or in your relationships, you'll start to feel everything rise because you're tapping into the more expanded, greater part of you. And you'll realize a lot of the lower self stuff, like gossiping or maybe overeating or just doing things that you know when you're doing them, you don't really want to be doing them. You know they don't feel good, but you somehow feel compelled, or like a compulsion. Those things can just start falling away because you've stopped putting your attention on trying to stop, and you've just put your focus on where you want to go and who you want to become. That's the opportunity that we have this week with this new moon. It's that big of a deal. This Pisces season is the 12th sign of the zodiac, so it's quite mysterious. It's very spiritual. It's like the end of this year-long chapter, as I said. And I want to just say, before I hand over to Juliet to start us moving with the movement, on the other side of this week, like when we get into Aries season, we're going to do this psychic sundowner to wrap this week up on Friday. We're going to do at 3 o'clock a session with this evidential medium from New Orleans, which is going to be amazing. If you've lost loved ones this year, or if you have people on the other side that you're close with, you want to connect with, or you want to get more understanding of how you can connect with them, she's going to talk us through that, and she's brilliant, and comes very well verified and recommended. And then at 5 until 6, right up until the sunset of this Pisces season, with the sun in Pisces, we're doing this psychic sundowner with Vicky Green. She's going to be doing mini tarot readings, mini astro tarot. And that's going to be this amazing time to just consolidate this last week, which is this week ahead, and the last year. And then it's hold on to your hairnet, because Aries season is going to be like a rocket to the moon. Like using this time to really settle your energy, align with your dreams, kind of like continue this deep inward process we've been in, is going to be so valuable, because when we hit Aries season, it's like boom, a rocket taking off. It's number 1 in the zodiac. It's I am, it's your purpose, it's your kind of like, the little ram, right? Head down and charge. There's a lot of forward movement and action and energy for kind of creation and outward motion. So I know this year has felt like a series of false starts, and maybe some of you have been feeling impatient and frustrated, like I just want to get going, Kat. But I promise you, allowing yourself this psychic space this week, having a bit of a clear out of any baggage that might have been hindering you, old stories, loops you've been stuck in, patterns and behaviors you don't really want to continue. Allowing yourself this week to just sort and sift through that psychic territory and navigate with your intuition and get really, dream your dreams, really see them in that watery, deep way. When we hit that Aries sun, you're going to have so much energy and power to really execute on those dreams and to really manifest in a very powerful way this year. This summer's going to be unlike any summer that we've probably experienced in our lifetime. I think there'll be a lot of sort of 1960s energy. If you missed our astrologer over the weekend, you can catch that up sometime, talking about the new moon in Pisces, but also talking about what's coming and what's ahead. Well worth 40 minutes. Take a look at that. So I'm really, really excited, and thank you for being here with us today. Thank you for being with the Eden Room. If you are a member, we'd absolutely love to hear from you. If you're not and you want to tune into this psychic series and you're wondering, well, how can I be a part of this, definitely head over to the website www.theedenroom.com. You can sign up for a free trial. You can get onto the newsletter list and hear what we've got going on, and you can like us on the Facebook group where we're doing a lot of access to different events and things as well. We tend to use the Zoom when we want to be a bit more intimate in our own space, and then some of the events are more of a broadcast on Facebook Live. So today we're going to have this intimate, beautiful time. I invite you to take a deep breath and just set your intention. Really feel into your heart. What is it that you need to receive today? Take a moment to really connect with that. And I really ask that this is for your highest good and the highest good of all life. And really trust that what serves you serves everyone, your kids, everyone in your family, everyone in your community. You're allowed to put yourself first. This is your permission. And with that, I'm going to hand over to Juliet now and let her take us through her movement sequence as we drop in to our space together. Welcome anyone just joining us. Thank you for being with us. Got a beautiful background there. Jules, I've just lost you. Where are you? I saw you a minute ago. It's lovely to have so many people with us today. And let me just see. No, wait, where did Jules go? Jules, wave at me. Why can't I see? There you are. It's because it says Lara.
Oh, it's on my daughter's laptop. Oh, I should change.
There we go. And I think I need to make you the host. There we go. Lovely. All right. Hi, Jules. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. And
there she is. And now we can't hear you for some reason.
Can you hear me now?
Can you all hear Jules? You can? Okay, it can. Why can't I?
So I'm talking now. Can you hear me now? That's wonderful.
Good.
I need to hold on one sec. Okay, so the only thing is, Kat, when I'm talking, I'm not becoming the main. I know why. Lovely. Okay. Welcome everybody to yoga this morning. It's wonderful to have you all here. So let's find a comfortable seat. So if you have a yoga block or a pillow, it's quite nice to sit on the seat. And then I'm just going to pop you all on mute if that's okay. And then we'll get started. So just settling into that seat, please. I invite you all to close your eyes and just rest the back of the hands on the knees. Closing the eyes, making any adjustments. And now allow yourself just to find some ease in the seat. You're not fully rigid. You're alert, but there's also a softness. Feel the sitting bones rooting down to the floor, to the earth. And just feel the shoulders just drop away, soften away from the ears. Again, you can be on your knees if that's more comfortable, or even in a chair. And just take a moment to notice, what does it feel like to be you this morning? In your body, in your heart, and in your mind. And just hold that with kindness. Start to notice what you're feeling in the physical body. And are there any areas you could soften? So inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. I just invite you to make a gentle smile with the eyes and a gentle smile with the lips. And whatever's coming up, just create space for all of it. Start to deepen the breath. And again, on that exhale, just maybe let out a sigh. And again, inhaling, finding that length, the crown lifts tall. And exhale. Placing both your hands over your heart. And again, just offering loving kindness to yourselves. Slowly blink open the eye. And again, if you're finding crossed legs uncomfortable, you can have a change or shift the legs. Fingertips lightly on the floor. Just start to soften the ear over to the side, just finding that length in the neck. And then perhaps just adding in the hand. And then take that hand to the earth, lifting up tall and then softening over. And again, depending on your body, you might want to go a little bit lower to the elbow. And we really want to keep both those sitting bones plugging in. And maybe give your ribs a little stroke here. Just where the stretch is, give yourself a little rub. And then lifting that hand up. Now let's place the hand behind the head and just take the weight back. And again, supporting the skull. Feel that support, that beautiful opening here across the heart. And then calming back to center. Taking that arm to the opposite knee. We're going to TP the fingertips behind. Inhale, find that height, long, elegant spines. And then exhale, rotating to look at the back of your space. And again, you don't need to go so far around, just whatever feels good. And then calming back to center, keeping that hand where it is. Let's just take the shoulder in the direction of the knee. And then that other arm comes up. And again, it can just, whatever feels good. Maybe you take it a little further back. Just using your intuition for what does your body need this morning. You can look up. And then exhale back to center. Taking the arms really wide here, feeling that length. I'm going to give you all a hug and then give yourselves a hug. We'll be missing hugs. So walk the fingertips to the middle of the back. Lift those elbows and just have a little rotation. Should feel really good. We hold a lot of tension in our shoulders. Exhale, lifting forward. Again, just enjoying that sense of opening. Exhale, come the other way. So those fingertips move towards each other, lifting up the elbows. And again, it might feel good to have a little rock. And inhale, opening up. We're going to have a little forward fold. So again, if you've got any lower back issues, maybe just take it really easy and just come to here. If you're feeling, if it feels nice, just pad the hands forward. And if you have really open hips, you could take the shins crossing rather than the ankles. But if you're like me, quite tight, just stay where you are. And again, wherever feels good, you might want to rest the forehead down. And again, you just be wherever feels nice, but just letting go, releasing into the earth. Again, with the forward folds in yoga, that's when we're bringing the body back to rest and restore and out of fight or flight. Walking the hands back, keeping it nice and slow, fingertips behind us. Inhale, lift the heart to the sky, opening the chest, and back to center. Doing the other side, just soften that ear over to the side. And then taking the hand, a little bit more space. And then placing that hand into the ground. Inhale, lifting, and then just slide the hand as we see how that feels this morning. Again, you might want to come a little bit lower, but just keep those sitting bones rooting down. Keep the breath nice and steady. And then place the hand behind the skull now. Just lean back slightly and just see how that comes into that lovely stretch here. And again, let's just give that area a little stroke. Hand back behind the head, and then calming back to center. Taking the arm to the opposite knee, keeping the fingertips behind us. Inhale, find that height, and then exhale, moving that thoracic spine, either looking behind us or pulling back a little. Breathing in, sinking down, exhale, rotate. And then calm back to center. Just change the hand so the back of the hand is here. And then we're going to take the shoulder down towards the knee. And again, we could bring that arm in if that feels nice, or just rest it here. So taking the gaze either kind of straight or up, depending on what feels good. And then slowly coming back to center. Release. Interlace the fingers, press them away. Inhale, lift. And then have a little rock. Again, what does your body need this morning? A lighter version is just to reach. And then maybe we could take some circles. Oh, it's lovely seeing you all. This looks great. And let's go the other way. Some of you want big circles, some of you are small. It looks fabulous. And then release. And then taking that another forward fold. So again, that cue, if you've got quite open hips and you want a deeper stretch, you kind of have shins crossing, or a little more gentle as ankles crossing. Inhale, lifting, and exhale, softening, surrender. So inhale, receiving the breath. Exhale, letting go. Just always trying to find what feels healing for you. And then here, we're just going to imagine someone lovingly holding on to the side of your ribs. And as we inhale into their hands. So the ribs inflate like a balloon. And on the exhale, they soften back in. So again, we're just being held lovingly. Inhale into those hands. And then exhale, soften. Just inviting this nourishing breath in. Okay, and then walking the hands back. Coming up to sitting, fingertips behind, just a little lift of the heart. If you want something a little bit stronger, you could lift the hips high and a little opening. And then just settling back down. Okay, lovely. We're going to come onto our hands and knees for a tabletop. So if you've got your yoga mat on like a wooden floor, it's nice to get your knees on a pillow or something softer. So hands, wrists are underneath the shoulders, knees are underneath the hips, shoulders, wrists are shoulder width apart. So again, lifting up the tummy. I don't want you to move your neck towards the screen. So maybe just have a little look first of all. So on the inhale, we lift the chest. And on the exhale, we curl up like a cat. We take our gaze to our tummies. So coming back to that tabletop, let's inhale together and lift the heart. Shoulders melt away, drop that tummy. And then as we exhale, we undulate through the spine, rooting into the earth with the palms. Soft gaze to the chest. Maybe just rock the hair left and right here, releasing any tension. And then inhale, softening back into the cow. Exhale, curling up into the cat. Enjoying this mobilization of the spine. And then exhale, take the knees really wide as your yoga mat. Big toes touch and sink the weight onto the heels. And then start to slowly pour the weight forward. Palms reaching forward, forehead softens towards the yoga mat. And then really just start to let everything soften and relax. You're resting that internal gaze, tuning into that deep breath, that space that's always available to you. Noticing the quality of your breath this morning. Can you make it a little bit more even? And then on the exhale, come up onto your knees and we're going to take a puppy stretch. So we're on our knees, we're going to reach the hands forward, keep reaching them forward, and then we're going to drop the chest down. So keep the hips nice and high. There's a really lovely opening across the back. I'm just going to check in that everyone's got that, lovely. So keep the hips really nice and high. And then we're just dropping that chest. And then exhale, walk the hands back. So we're back in that tabletop. And we're just going to do a nice little flow where we lift into cat, a cow, curl into cat, sink back down to child, slithering forward, up into a cow. So let's join together. So start in tabletop, we're going to go together. Inhale, lifting the heart. Exhale, curling into cat, sitting back onto the heels, slithering forward, calming up, lifting the heart up, drop the tummy into the cow. Exhale, curling slowly into cat, take the weight back into child's. And then again, slithering forward, lifting up into a cow, curling that back, sitting back into child's. And then we're just going to come onto our backs and just really sink into the floor here. And then on the inhale, we're going to reach the arms forward, take them really high and take a full body stretch here. So reach the left fingertips, reach the right fingertips. And then exhale, hug the knees towards the tummy, just hugging them in again, giving yourself a big hug. I think my accidental theme is hugs, my subconscious. So a little rock from side to side. And then we're just going to roll over onto our side into that fetal position. Just resting there for a moment. And then we're slowly going to press into the floor, really slowly. Bring yourself back up to sitting. And we're just going to close the session together, yoga session bit, in that seat. Finding that lovely seat. Bring the palms together lovingly in front of our hearts together. Closing our eyes. Again, just taking a moment to let everything settle. Not needing to do anything, just let everything be. Feeling that warm glow of our heart center. If your mind wanders, you just gently bring your awareness back to the breath. And then slowly let's open our eyes together, thanking all the yoga teachers that come before me. Namaste. And thank you all so much for being in this circle. I really need you all today, so thank you. I can't wait for the next bit. So yeah, thank you. So I think I now made Emily host. So I'm going to come and show my tech skills.
Hi everyone. Whilst Juliet is just making me the host, if you could just make sure you've got a piece of paper and something to write with, so a journal or something, a piece of paper, and also this may sound bizarre, but a bowl of water if you haven't got one already, just a small bowl of water. If you haven't got that, or that's difficult to grab, then don't worry. You'll see it all make sense soon. Lovely. Perfect. We'll just wait a few moments.
Hey Emily, it's saying you're the co-host now. Is that?
Yeah, that's perfect. That's great, Juliet. Thank you so much.
Okay, amazing.
And thank you for that beautiful session. That was literally everything my body was crying out for today. It's absolutely gorgeous. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
All right. So ladies, we'll make a start in just a moment. Make sure we're all settled. Just get yourself really nice and comfortable. So my name's Emily. It's lovely to meet you all and see some friendly faces as well. So I run women's circles. I'm the founder of Lunar Circle, and my women's circles are all based around the moon cycle. So as Kat rightly said, on Saturday we had a new moon in Pisces. So today we're really going to tune into that energy. We're really going to work on activating our intuition and connecting to our deepest kind of soul desires. And as Kat also rightly said, we are all intuitive. We all have the ability. It's just knowing how to access it, allowing ourselves to access it, allowing ourselves the quiet times like these where we can really tune in and get clarity. So I hope you enjoy the next half an hour. So we're going to start with a grounding meditation and a third eye activation. I'm going to lead you into a channeled vision journey. We haven't done a vision journey before. I'm really excited to lead you in one. It's essentially a kind of visual meditation, but I hope you will get some messages and some extra guidance as I lead you through. We're going to do a little bit of sharing, and we'll finish with an intention setting. Okay. So ladies, I'll ask you now just to get yourselves really comfortable. Feel free if you'd like to lie down, that's absolutely fine, or just go with what you feel called to do. And when you're ready, I'd like you just to close down the eyes for me, please. Taking a moment to come into your breath. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Hopefully you're already feeling nice and grounded from Juliet's beautiful yoga practice. I'm now going to ground us deeper into Mother Earth. So all I ask of you now is just to breathe in and out through the nose and out through the mouth. And as you breathe, ladies, I want you to imagine grounding protective roots coming out through the base of your spine and the bottoms of your feet. Notice the color of these roots. What do they look like? How thick are they? How small? And these roots connected to the very base of your spine and the soles of your feet are now going to travel down and down through layers of rock and earth. I want you to visualize these roots traveling down and down and down for miles upon thousands of miles until they hit the very center of Mother Earth. These roots are now going to wrap around the very core of Mother Earth, and I want you to imagine a beautiful white shining crystal right in the center of Mother Earth, and these roots are going to wrap around and anchor you into the Earth's energy. And this beautiful white light is now going to travel up through the roots, back up through those layers of rock and earth, all the way up and up and up until this beautiful white cleansing light hits the soles of your feet and the bottom of your spine and travels and courses through your entire body. Cleansing, renewing, resetting under this Piscean energy. Just imagine and sit with this feeling and visualization of this beautiful white light coursing through your body. And as we go through the next 25 to 30 minutes, just know that you are held and you are protected, and that this is a safe space for you to receive messages and guidance. We're now going to start breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. And I'd like you just a moment to breathe in for a count of 4 and out for a count of 6. Just in your own time, breathing in for a count of 4 and out for a count of 6, really allowing body and mind to come into that parasympathetic rest and digest state. And as you breathe, I'd like you now to take your attention to the space between your eyebrows, your third eye center. I'd like you to imagine a beautiful royal blue light right in the center of your eyebrows, your third eye. And as you breathe in and out, I want you to imagine this light growing brighter and brighter. And eventually this light is going to start spinning like a wheel, like a circle, round and round, activating your third eye, your deep internal ancient wisdom. Still breathing in for 4 and out for 6. Just watch that beautiful royal blue light spinning round and round. Perhaps you might even be able to feel a sensation of tingling, of activation. Taking one more cycle of breath in for 4 and out for 6. And then just coming back into your normal breath. Just breathing in and breathing out. Just trying to really stay with the breath and know that if thoughts come in, absolutely fine. We're all human. Just let the thought come in. Acknowledge it and let it go. Keeping with the eyes closed, keeping with the breath, I'm now going to guide us into your vision journey. And I really encourage you just to go with what you're being shown. Try and avoid questioning or overthinking. Just go with the first thing that comes to mind. And if you find that you're not seeing anything, absolutely fine too. Just stay with the breath and stay with my voice. Just breathing in and breathing out. Seeing if you can soften the shoulders, soften the face as you breathe in and out. I'd now like you to imagine you are in front of an enormous temple. This is your inner temple, your own personal inner temple. Take a moment to notice the temple, its size. What does it look like? Also notice what you're wearing. Are you wearing shoes or no shoes? What dress are you wearing? What items of clothing? What's the weather like? I'd like you now to start to walk towards your inner temple. Walking up to the door, the entrance, and the door is going to open and there's going to be someone there waiting for you. Perhaps a guide, a loved one in spirit. Perhaps you recognize this person, or perhaps they're unfamiliar to you, but this person is so happy to see you and so happy to welcome you into your inner temple. They're now going to lead you inside, and I want you to take a moment to stop and take everything in. Take a look at your inner temple. Maybe you've been here before, or perhaps you haven't. Take a moment to notice your surroundings. And at the very end of the temple is a body of water. Now, it may be different for all of you. So just notice, this could be a font, it could be a pool, it could be a waterfall. Just notice what this water looks like for you. And I'd like you to head over to this water. I'd like you to take your hands into the water and put this water onto your body, maybe your face, your arms, your chest. This water is helping to cleanse and reset as we end this astrological year. as we move into this energy of resetting and renewing. I now want you to notice to the left of this body of water, a box. Notice what the box looks like. And inside the box is a gift. And I want you to go inside the box and just notice what the gift is. It may make sense to you right now, perhaps. It may not just yet. Just notice what the item is. And it's for you to keep, so just keep it on your person, maybe put it in a pocket or hold it. And then I want you to look back to the opposite side of your temple, and there's someone else in your temple waiting for you who's also really excited to be with you. And I want you to walk towards this person. This person is walking towards you, and again, notice who this person is. Take everything in about them. And this person has a message for you, a guidance, some advice. Take a moment to receive your message. And again, go with the first thing that comes to mind. I'm now going to give you an opportunity to ask this person a question, anything that's been on your mind, any burning question, any fears or doubts. This person is here to hold you. So ask this question now. Once you have asked your question and you've received your answer, I now want you to thank this person, this guide, this loved one in spirit, this angel. Just thank the person. And this person wants you to know that they are always there. They're always with you. They are always there should you ask for them. And same with this temple. Should you ever need some extra guidance, you can take yourself to this same place. Just sit quietly and ask to be taken to your inner temple. Take one last glance around and look at your surroundings. And then your first guide is now going to come and lead you back to the entrance. And I want you just to slowly just take a moment of gratitude for whatever message came through for you just now, and know that whatever message did come through, you are meant to receive today, this afternoon, on the 15th of March. Taking a deep breath in through the nose and a big sigh out through the mouth. Taking one more deep breath in and a deep breath out. Just start to perhaps wiggle fingers, wiggle toes. Maybe a little rock of the head side to side. And then slowly start to come back into the space. All right, ladies. I'm going to give you just a minute now to jot down anything that came to you during that session, any messages, what your inner temple looked like. Taking just a minute or so, and then we're going to come into our first journal exercise. Okay, ladies, taking about 30 seconds more here. Feel free if you want to keep writing, please do. Okay. And I really wanted to reiterate, ladies, whatever came up for you then, I want you to really trust those messages. I never plan those sessions, they're completely channeled through spirit. So I really hope they gave you some guidance. And for our first general exercise, we're really going to tune in now with how we've been feeling over the last week. So as much as Pisces is an incredibly mystical, magical sign, encouraging our intuition, I think it's also important at the moment to really ground our energies and also tune in with how we've been feeling energetically, obviously physically, but also emotionally as well. So I've got a couple of journal prompts here, and these are going to really lead us to set our intention. So for my new moon cycles, I love to set an intention for the next 4 weeks. So for the kind of next 4-week lunar cycle up until the full moon. Okay. So hopefully these prompts are going to really help you to set those intentions. Okay. So I'm just going to quickly share my screen with you all. All right. Okay. Lovely. Here we go. So I'm going to encourage you just to take 2 minutes with these prompts, ladies. I want you to go with the first thing that comes to mind. Keep it quite short, quite snappy. You can brainstorm, you can just jot words down. So the first one, what emotions have I been experiencing in the last week? What does this tell me about what I need to address in my life? And then what qualities would I like to bring in for the next 4 weeks? For example, rest, ease, ambition, fun, etc. So just go with the first thing that comes to mind, and perhaps it might be influenced by our meditation, perhaps. We're just taking a couple of minutes here. And feel free, if anyone's got any questions at all, please feel free to let me know. Just taking another minute or so here, everyone. And if you find that you get through the questions, just start to think about an intention that you would like to set for the next 4 weeks. Just start to have a think about it already. We'll kind of come to that to finish, but already start to kind of just ruminate and think, what could my intention be? Just taking another 30 seconds here or so. Okay. So it can have to be quite challenging to write that quickly, but what I love about it, it really doesn't give you, time to overthink and overplan. You've got to be short, you've got to be snappy, and I feel like it's a really nice way to tune in with how you're feeling right now. And what I'm going to do now is to break you into small groups. I'm not sure if you've ever used rooms on Zoom, but it's a really nice way to make a Zoom feel really intimate. And what I'd like you to do, you're going to be in groups of 2, and you're going to have 2 minutes each to share with those journal exercises that we've just done. So kind of share around anything that came up for you, perhaps even in the meditation. You're going to have just 2 minutes to talk, okay? And I really encourage also to kind of keep an eye on the time. Especially find if it's me when I go to my own circles, that you allow the other person to speak, and then you don't have time for yourself. So remember, this time is for you, ladies. It's really important that you look after yourselves and allow yourself that time. So if I could ask one person to be timekeeper, that would be fantastic. So 2 minutes each, and you're just going to be held for those 2 minutes. So I really encourage you, when the other woman is speaking, just be there for them, hold their energy, hold everything that they're telling you, okay? All right, so I'm going to pop you into your groups. Bear with me 1 second. Okay. Lovely. Well, I might have to get Kat actually, because I'm the co-host. I might have to get Kat if you could pop people into groups for me, if you're able to do that. So if it should be breakout rooms. Oh, I'm the host. Thank you, Danny. Perfect. Perfect. All righty.
Sorry, hello, quick one, Emily, amazing, thank you. There's 2 girls that got cut off and they're trying to get back in.
Oh,
Lucy,
oh, you're here, Lucy.
yeah, Lucy.
Oh, you're here. Perfect. Okay, great.
Yeah,
okay, good. I'm glad you're here. Perfect. I don't know actually. Now I think of it, I don't know whether we've actually got rooms activated on here, so we might not actually be able to do our breakout rooms. Just trying to figure out. It's amazing. You've been on Zoom for a year and it's still like okay, you know what we'll do, ladies? Instead of doing our breakout rooms, I think we're going to go straight into our intention setting, because I think the breakout rooms aren't activated on this Zoom, but that's absolutely fine. So what we'll do is we'll go straight into our intention setting. Okay, so the prompts I just led you through were kind of just a starting point to lead you to your intention. Okay, so what I'd like you to do is have 2 bits of paper. So if you've got a journal, just if you wouldn't mind just ripping a small piece of paper out. And we're now going to take maybe just a minute or so to write your intention. And as I said, Pisces is all about manifestation and your intuition. So I want you to start your intention with I believe. I believe. And I want your intention to be, if you can, positive and in the present tense. Okay. And it's quite nice if you can write it as an affirmation or a mantra that you can repeat to yourself daily. Just taking a minute now, ladies, to write an intention, something that you want to carry you through the next 4 weeks. And yeah, so we'll take just a minute to write those, please. Okay. If anyone's got any questions, feel free to let me know. And again, I encourage you just to go with the first thing that comes to mind. So if you can write it in your journal and write it on your separate piece of paper, ladies. And once you've written it down, once you're ready, I'd like you to place that piece of paper in your hand, just onto your chest, and take a moment just to sit with your eyes closed, so I know that you're ready. And if you're there already, just want you to start to really visualize that intention, what it would look like, what it would feel like. Just sitting with that visualization, with your intention. Good. Lovely. Okay. So we're all there. So as you sit, ladies, I want you just to breathe in and breathe out. And I want you now just to start really feeling in your body. How would this feel if this intention came true, if it happened? How would it feel in your body? How would it make you feel? I want you just to imagine that this has already taken place. Just sitting with this just for a moment. In a second, if you have your bowl of water, we're going to place your intention into the bowl of water all together. If you haven't got your bowl of water, absolutely fine. You can just place it on the floor in front of you. But staying with that feeling, that sensation, how would it feel in your body? So keeping your arms, your hands to your chest. When you're ready, just opening up the eyes. And you're placing your intention either just in front of you, or if you have that bowl of water, placing it into that bowl of water now. And then just taking your hands back onto your chest for me, please. And I really encourage you, if you can, to repeat this intention, maybe like I said, as an affirmation in the morning or evening, or perhaps write it down somewhere, place it on a mirror, on a fridge, somewhere you can revisit it. You're staying with your eyes closed, ladies. And with that feeling of that intention manifested, I'm just going to leave you with a short poem that I thought really summed up Mother's Day and sisterhood and everything that we need right now. So just staying with the eyes closed. This is what I've learned about sisterhood by Nikita Gill. Fill your life with women who empower you, who help you believe in your magic, and help them believe in their own exceptional power and incredible magic too. Women who believe in each other can survive anything. Women who believe in each other can create armies that will win kingdoms and wars. Remember always, the only people who can save us are each other. The only people who can love us are ourselves. Taking a deep breath in through the nose and a big sigh out through the mouth. May you go in love and light and peace. And so it is. Just taking your arms into your lap, and when you're ready, just gently opening up the eyes. Thank you so much for your time, everyone. I'm now going to pass back over to Kat. Thank you so much, everyone.
Oh, Emily, I don't want to. Can we just keep going all day? That's so amazing and lovely. Thank you so, so much. I just want to leave everyone in this sweet space, really, and just close the energy by saying thank you. Thank you to Jules and to Emily for doing such an amazing job. I know I feel much better and like really connected with that exercise and with the yoga. So thank you both. Guys, we just want to welcome you to the Eden Room. We are building momentum all the time. So if you're already with us, thank you for being on the on-ramp. And if you haven't checked us out yet, please feel welcome to come and get a free trial and see what it's all about. We've got a really exciting week ahead. Tell your girlfriends, let's have some witchy business this week. See what magic we can create together. And I just wish you a beautiful week. Happy Mother's Day. Well done for all you're doing and all you are in the world. And may your intentions that you've made today come to pass under grace in a perfect way. So blessings, everyone. Have an amazing week. Have an amazing last week of Pisces season in this astrological year. Release and receive whatever you need. And we'll see you hopefully this week in one of the events coming up. So much love for now. Bye, everyone. Thanks again, Jules and Emily. That was amazing. Bye-bye.